Who do you trust the most in the NFC after Philadelphia?
That's a great question. I mean, we have so many backup quarterbacks in the NFC. Half the teams, I mean, I'm throwing in Daniel Jones, the backup quality, the way he's playing. Half the teams in the NFC have backup quarterbacks going right now. And it's tough. I mean, you can't trust the Vikings, even though I want to. I love Justin Jefferson and what he presents. The 49ers, the 49ers, I have them going to the Super Bowl. I did that in our NFL betting guide. I had them going up against Buffalo in the Super Bowl, even with the injuries and everything. So I trust Kyle that way. Lower on the list, I can't really trust the lack of discipline with the Cowboys. Um, I tell you what, the Lions are surging. If they find a way to get into the playoffs, they're playing better than anybody. I identified them a couple weeks ago. About three teams I thought as dogs were really, really solid, and that was the Lions, the Bengals, and the Raiders. Not the Raiders have fallen off, obviously, but certainly the Bengals and the Lions. So in the NFC, there you go. Do you guys believe in this Packers opportunity to get to the playoffs, or are you kind of just discounting that?
Well, they need so much to happen. I think they have to win out, do they not? And they need some breaks along the way as well, because the Giants and the Commanders each have the tiebreaker over the Packers. So it's a total uphill battle. By the way, your point on the Lions, I would actually have them in the top four teams in the NFC right now. To me, they're better than the Vikings. They're better than the Buccaneers. And forget about the other teams from the NFC East, not named the Cowboys or the Eagles. Right.
Man, fellas, they're only giving up about 20 points a game. I was clowning Aaron Glenn earlier on in the year because of how many chances he was taking. But they're playing complimentary football, and Jared Goff, I mean, this guy has found another level. But Jameson Williams, I was waiting for him to see what type of impact he could make. When they traded T.J. Hawkinson away, and I was like, they traded that guy away? I mean, that was telling me something that they felt pretty good about in that building. They love to run the football. They love to be physical. And certainly they're one of those hot teams out there in the league right now.
Pritch, Pauly is in a blackjack tournament downtown starting tonight. It starts late tonight. Mm-hmm. And long story short, if he wins this tournament, he's going to get a $20,000 free roll on a Super Bowl future. Oh. So the top 12 people that finish are actually going to get a free roll from Derek Stevens, right? It has to be placed in the Super Bowl future. That's the prize. Okay. Let's say for a second here he wins the blackjack tournament, right? He gets that $20,000 free roll. What team should he put it on? Like, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Oh, boy. Oh. Okay. It's $20,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good one, Pauly.
Would you go?
You'd have the first pick then.
Yeah, with the first pick overall in this draft. Would you go a little chalky with the Eagles because they're probably going to get the home field in the NFC?
Yeah, I mean, okay. So I've been high on the Bills all year, but I mean, it's $20,000, right? And so, look, plus 350 for $20,000 with the Bills, that's pretty solid. Same thing with the Eagles is pretty solid too, fellas. But man,
I'm going Eagles. I'm going Eagles because of the NFC, and I get the 1 seed. Because as we sit here today and talk, the Eagles figure to get the 1 seed.
Yeah, when you say Eagles, I like it, but then Shane Steichen comes to my brain, and I'm like, my goodness. You remember Shane Steichen from UNLV?
Yeah, he was a quarterback.
Right. But he's running the UNLV offense. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. And I used to broadcast for the Rebels back in the day, and that offense. But look, the cast of characters he has running this offense is completely different. So there you go. But no, Jalen could win the MVP. That's pretty solid, too, to be honest with you. The only thing about it is, when you get closer to the NFC Championship, will Garoppolo be ready to go? And then that bolsters the 49ers.
I know. You don't
49ers roster is incredible.
Hey, I know. A lot of uncertainty.
Yeah. Pritch, you want to get nuts? You want to get nuts, Pritch?
Yes, let's do it.
Go with Cincinnati.
You know what?
The Bengals are winning. I'm calling it right now. The Bengals are winning the Super Bowl.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Watch out. So sneaky good team about getting, I think is about to be on the verge of getting hot is Justin Herbert and the Chargers.
Well, maybe.
I mean, because if you look at the profile, both are getting closer and closer. Same thing with their tackle Slater, I believe. They got Lindsey back, and then Herbert's playing great football. I mean, there's few quarterbacks out there that can help you overlook deficiencies. We do that with Kansas City and Patrick. We do that right now with Josh Allen and a lack of running game. Josh Allen is almost the leading rusher for Buffalo. We do that with Burrow and that offensive line even, right, Mitch, in terms of the amount of sacks, because a quarterback just supersedes all that. Justin Herbert, to me, it helps you to overlook the deficiencies with the Chargers right now. So if they find themselves getting hot, that could be a dangerous team as they start to get healthy into the playoffs.
All right, my friend. Great to talk to you. Enjoy the game tonight.
You too. Good luck to you, man.
Right.
That's awesome.
Well, I got to get in there first.
Thank you.
Look,
be confident.
You know. Yeah.
All right.
I am.
All right.
I am. I feel good. I feel good.
Good. That's awesome.
I feel good. One thing I didn't mention yesterday.
Oh, wrinkle in the contest? What?
No. Well, I think it's important. 6 through 12 pays the same.
Oh, so it's all, what, 5,000?
Yes. Meaning you got to go for it.
Okay.
You have to shove. What the hell's the difference?
I would also tell you that
they always do a chip count. They always let you know where you're at with the other people at the chip count. 6 through 12 pays the same. You got to shove and go for it.
You know, you really want number 6, because I think there's a big drop off from 6 to 7 and beyond. Like, look at the odds board right now.
Yeah.
If you come out of there with Bills, Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Niners, or Bengals, you're loving life. Then you got to get a little bit creative if you're
sure.
7 or below.
Sure. There's also a wrinkle. Since we talked yesterday, Evan, our buddy, dropped out. Cannot make it.
Do they have a replacement for him?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a VSiN personality.
Okay.
It's another VSiN personality.
Okay, I got you. So it's not like you go from, 16 overall to 15 and they keep it, so they're going to have a full 16 then?
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's a
Who knows what happens? I mean, you're talking about people who bet $500 a hand in video poker and $20,000 a hand in a hand of blackjack.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy's just like, the hell with it. I don't need a $5,000 super. Who never know how people are with money.
Visit VSiN.com to get current odds, listen for free, find showtimes, and download VSiN sports betting podcasts.